and just love my choice of bags. You guys really seem to like my last what's on my bag video from a couple years ago, and so I thought I did an updated version, but summer edition. Let's get into it. Before I talk about everything I carry inside my bag, I want to take a minute to talk about the bag itself. I know for the summertime the woven baskets are a very popular style. I tried a couple times and I always ended up returning them or parting ways with them, because for me it feels very casual and coastal and not as versatile for an everyday bag. I need a tote that's functional enough to carry everything I know I carry my whole life in my bag, but it's also polished to carry into the evening, whether it is because I have a casual get together or an event. What I love about this tote is that it's small enough to fit my petite frame, so it doesn't make me feel like it's oversized on me, but it's big enough to fit my laptop. The woven design of the bag gives that laid-back summer balance, but the leather material makes it feel more elevated. It feels durable, high quality, and compared to other totes that I've tried in the past, it's very lightweight, especially because it is made in real leather. I love the minimum style. It goes with just about everything. Now, I'm not saying that you need this exact tote because it is not the most budget friendly, but I really like it. It is what I wanted, so I went for it. Over the years, I've learned to wait and invest in what I really want instead of getting close enough alternative, and that also goes for dating. I've made that mistake before and I always ended up wishing that I had waited. So I sold a bag that I wasn't wearing anymore, and I exchanged one that I had bought right before I bought this one 2 years ago, and it's been my bag ever since. I typically start wearing this bag towards the end of the spring, through the summer, and part of the fall, and I don't baby it. I take it everywhere, wear all the time, all day, to work, outside of work, and it's kept its quality. It looks intact. I do have to say that this bag does not have a proper closure. It does have this leather string that goes over with a piece of metal at the end, so it keeps it closed, but if you were to drop the bag, everything would spill out because it doesn't have any zipper or button. I do keep my things inside a pouch anyways, and everything else, it's big enough that if my bag was to fall, I can easily pick it up and put it back inside the bag. I hope you see here after all this rambling, but let's go ahead and switch the bag. My wallet, or more like a card holder, is from YSL. I always wanted a luxury wallet and I wanted to get it at a special place for a special trip. I like to get my souvenirs that are practical. I knew that whenever I went back to Europe, because I did live in Europe years ago, that I was gonna get it. I wasn't sure if I was gonna get a Chanel one or a YSL, and so I ended up getting the YSL. I've been eyeing the Chanel one. I might get it in the future, but I would then resell this one. I wouldn't be able to justify keeping this one and then the other one, because I don't ever switch my wallets, so one of them is enough. I like that it's tiny and practical. If I'm out and about, especially in the summertime, and I'm home and I just need to go run some errands, I just grab this one. It's small enough to fit in my pocket, and the zipper, where it has a little compartment where you can store your cash, is big enough for me to also put a lipstick if I need to. I don't really baby it. I get it out when I needed to use it, and then I put it back in my bag. It's not protected with anything, it's just there, and it's got its quality. This is the pouch where I carry all my little things. It came free with an order from the brand Cezanne the Christmas before last, and it's been in my bag ever since. It's made of this thick cotton material, and I just love little stars design. It's small enough to carry in all of my bags, but big enough to carry all of my things that I have inside, which I'll show you in a second. Not in any particular order, I'm just gonna start pulling things from the pouch and then talk about it briefly. This is a deodorant. I have it because I'm one of those people that I can shower and 10 minutes later, if I don't have anything on, forget it. It's just not a pleasant experience, both for me and the person that's next to me, so I have to carry it on my bag all the time. So I have it on my bag, I have one in my car, and obviously I have one in my apartment. My earphones are almost as important as my deodorant. When I'm home, I have the big ones that goes over the head, which are louder and they just feel better. When I'm out and about, sometimes I have extra time and I don't feel like reading. I want to listen to a podcast, music, watch a video. I always need those with me, and I make sure that they're always in my bag. It's funny because I got the same gift for the person that gifted to me. I have been talking about getting them, but I couldn't justify paying the $200 to $50 that they were at that time. They were my very first wireless headphones. I had the one with the cord that came with the phone when you buy an iPhone, but I never had the ones without any wires on them. They've been living in my bag ever since I got them. They're either out because I'm charging them, I'm using them, or on the floor because I am the clumsiest person you ever meet. My phone, my headphones, and anything that's on my hand longer than 2 minutes is an automatic drop, because I don't know how it happens, but it just happens. I used to have a really cool protector that I got on Etsy, and because I kept dropping it, it broke on me, but I probably will replace it, and I don't plan to replace the headphones itself anytime soon unless they give up on me completely. I wear SPF year round, but especially in the warmer months, I like to keep something extra in my bag just to give me that extra layer of protection. This one is a mineral setting powder from Supergoop. It only has the SPF of 35, which is not the best. At least for the warmer months, I like to do a 50, 60, or even 80, especially if I'm out and about all day under the sun. Again, it's just something just to give me an extra layer. And I do love that it's in a powdery form because I can just apply it over my makeup without disturbing it. I am very sensitive to scents, and if something smells very perfumey or chemically, it does not sit well. It's an instant migraine and nausea. This one has nothing. It doesn't smell at all, and I like that because it's right on my face and it applies nicely. It's just a nice practical thing to have. Listen, this is not a budget-friendly what's on my bag because this little thing costs $10 if you buy it alone at Sephora. I do get it in pack of 5, and so I save some money and I get it directly from the place that manufacturer. I don't like that you cannot refill it. I wish they make a refillable. Maybe they do now. I haven't looked into it lately. I feel like it'll be better both for the wallet because then they'll save money on the packaging, but also for the environment. I love the fine mist and the packaging. It just fits nicely in a pocket or inside my pouch without taking too much space. It's non-scented. I know they have scented ones, but I go for this one. I don't love them. Every time I get them out, I get compliments. People ask me, and then I tell them how much it is, and they're like, oh, I like what I like. I don't pay the full $10. It is much pricey than your typical squeezy bottle of hand sanitizer. Just like I have to have my deodorant in my bag, I more so have to have my toothbrush and my toothpaste because I have this where they still haven't been able to figure out, my ortho and or my hygienist, what it is that they looked into it, or they said they were gonna look into it and they come back with it might be in hormone imbalance or it's just sensitive to berries in coffee. They look like I'm a heavy smoker and or a heavy coffee drinker, which I'm none of those things. There are these little black dots that go especially inside my mouth. I used to go to the dentist 4 times a year instead of 2 because the stain was so visible. But ever since I started brushing my teeth, if I drink coffee in the morning before I go to work, by the time I get to work, I'm brushing my teeth. If I skip the coffee first thing in the morning and I drink it at work, I want to be able to brush my teeth right after. When I eat anything really to be safe, I brush my teeth, and they've been with me. My toothbrush, my toothpaste, I have it in my car also because I have a little bag in my car for emergencies, and I have it at home. Obviously, they also have to be in my bag for really every day when I'm not at home. A portable phone charger because it's always nice to have a charger with you in your bag. And this one has a keychain that I don't have it on my key because I just don't like carrying extra thing on my key, but it's nice that it has one. Once you take this off and then this comes off, and so you can have your cable extended. Inside this vintage looking thing, I keep my pills. I have IBS, I am lactose intolerant, and I also experience heavy migraines. I know I'm a hot mess. On one side of the 3 divider that it has, I keep my Excedrin because it's the only thing that helps my migraine. In the other 2 sides, I keep some Tums for my stomach discomfort. It is very small, so it's a whole lot, but the divider does comes off, so if you want to just store everything together. I didn't because I don't want to mix my Excedrin with my Tums, but it's nice and practical. It looks very aesthetically pleasing. It has a mirror, which I don't know when you ever need a mirror if you're just taking pills. Probably just for the aesthetic purpose, and also if you want to store other things, you can. I got it off of Amazon. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but I'll link everything I can down below. A liner because you never know when you get surprised by Mother Nature and you just need something to, you know, have it there nice and handy. For my lips, I have 4 products which live in my bag because they are my go-to. 9 times out of 10 is what I have on my lips. Either a combination of these 3 or this one alone. This one is from Merit and it's like a hybrid between a lipstick and a lip balm because it is nice and soft and it has some shine to it. It's not totally dry. It's really comfortable. This one is in the color Tiger and it's advertised as a red brick red. This one does not come as red on my lips at all. It's more like a neutral brown. I love for an everyday wear because I don't need a mirror to apply this on, but it does give the semi look of a lipstick. This one is from Charlotte Tilbury and it is a true lipstick. I got this one with my best friend when I went to visit her in New York. I love that it is my lip but better. It's very neutral, but it is a cool tone. I didn't realize that until much later, and so when I apply it alone, it does not make me look the greatest. It looks a little pale on my skin complexion. I do still like the shade of it. it. I apply this one and then I do a lip balm on top of it, which has a warm undertone. This one is from Ethereum. I do have all of the shades from them because I do love these ones. These are my everyday when I'm at home and I'm not filming and worked out and about. I apply just this one because it's nice and comfortable. It's not sticky, it doesn't stick to your hair, and it doesn't have any scent to it either. These two together are a perfect combo. I do plan refilling the one from Charlie Tilbury because it is refillable, so you just pull it out and then you can buy this from the actual website and they'll send it to you. So I'm gonna try to find the same shade but a little warmer, and or just try a new one since you can't refill it. I also have this lip liner which is from Charlie Tilbury, and I got it because when I went to get one they told me that it goes really well with the lipstick, and I do wear it together. I don't do it every day, but when I'm feeling a little extra, I'll have the extra time. I do the lip liner, the Charlie Tilbury lipstick, and then a little bit of the gloss on top just to give that touch of warmth. A pressing powder from Charlie Tilbury. Also, I love this thing so much. I only apply a little bit. It just works so well. Listen, I'm not a makeup artist, so take what I say with a grain of salt, but I feel like this is one of the best powder out there. I just apply it a little bit under my eyes over here, and or when I feel a little extra fancy and I want to blur out a little bit of my pores. It just does such a wonderful job. That's why I have it as like a regular size on my makeup kit that I keep at home, and I also have it in my bag. It looks flawless but without it looking too cakey. It's still natural. Cannot talk enough about this product. I always have to have some type of gum and or mints. This one is a mint packaging which I got from a colleague. I refilled it with gum because it was what I had at the time. I usually like to fill it up with the Tic Tac mints because they are small enough to fit into the hole and it's easy to get out. It's one of those little convenient packaging that you can just fit into your pocket, and because it is so nice and practical and thin, it can fit inside my bag without taking a whole lot of space. A pen because you never know when you need one. I don't always like to get my phone out and write things down even though it's more practical, but sometimes you just need a pen. A hair tie, I think is a must because you never know when you need to tie your hair and or somebody else needs it. This one is not real silk, I don't think, because I got a TJ Maxx. That I always like the silky like material for hair. It's just better for the health of your hair, and I like these ones. I have in 4 different colors. I have in thicker ones too, but this one is more practical because it is tiny but it's still enough to hold my greña. Another oral hygiene thing, these are Listerine Cold Mint pocket packs. I like to have this one because you just grab it, put it in your mouth, and it just melts. You just get a nice fresh minty breath, which is always nice to have. A stevia because not all the coffee shop have them, and it's my favorite artificial sweetener, so I like to have one in my bag. I wear glasses when I'm not filming, and this is my little cloth to clean my glasses and or my phone screen. A crushed red pepper because I love spicy, and if I'm out and about and I'm having a slice of pizza and they don't have it, and then I'm covered. Salt and pepper because why not? A stress ball because life is living. But also I got this from this company I used to work for. It used to be one of those things that they give as an advertising. It has the logo on the back, which I'm not gonna show you because it is the internet after all. It's nice to have it, especially because I am very handy. I always like to do something sometimes, or a lot of times I don't want to go on my phone. This is something that can keep my stress level a little lower than they need to be. A checkbook that I got years ago. I think I opened this account when I was in college. I don't use it a whole lot. I don't remember the last time I used a check, but I do like to have it because I prefer it over a money order. I feel like it's easy to track your funds if anything goes wrong. But it also has my favorite baseball team logo. It's just very nostalgic, and I don't think I'll ever get rid of them. A granola bar because I try to avoid getting hungry as much as I can. I am not my best self when I am, and so having something that is small, it's macro friendly. This one is called Ready Clean. It has 6 grams of protein for this little tiny thing, and it tastes really good, so I like to have one in my bags always. I also have this Biscoff. I love it with coffee. I discovered they have ice cream, and I try not to go to the ice cream aisle and look for it because if I do, I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna eat it all in one sitting, and that is not the best thing for my IBS and my lactose. I always forget that I have it in my bag, and I ended up drinking my coffee alone, which is not the worst thing. A brush, even though I cannot use it with my hair the way it is right now, but I typically have my hair straightened more than I have it curly, and when I do, then I can use this. This one is from Amazon. I'll also link it down below. It feels very sturdy and it had good reviews. I just like to have it on me just for those days that my hair is not like this. I refuse to pay 50 cents for extra cinnamon powder on my coffee. I don't think I should, and so I don't think all other coffee shop will charge you extra for a topping, but the one that's near me does. And once I found out that they do, I was like, absolutely not. So I got my own. I want at work, I want in my bag, I want at home, and so I've been carrying this on my bag. My sister makes fun of me. It's not about the 50 cents anymore, it's more about the principle. Why would you need to charge me an extra 50 cents for a couple of sprinkles of cinnamon powder? I just think it's ridiculous. So I want in my bag, and there's that. A lotion because I have eczema and very dry hands. This one is from Aveeno. It's the same brand that I use for the one that I use at home every morning. I have a big bottle. They do have an eczema one for your hands, but they didn't have it last time I went, and so I got this one, and it works almost as well. A nail file because you never know when your nails break and then you need to fix it up a bit. I love ginger. I like to get the roots from the store and then smashing it and boiling it, making it into tea. I got that from my mama, and ginger has so many health benefits. This was a gift from a colleague. She knows I love ginger. And it's funny because two people asked me at work when they saw me chewing it if I was pregnant, because apparently pregnant people use it for the nausea, which I do remember that because I sent it to my best friend when she was first pregnant. They have it mixed with other flavors like mango ginger, but I like the ginger itself. I do get nausea from my IBS, lactose and all that. I also like them because I love ginger, period. They're not overly sweet, but it does have some sugar in it, so I try to not eat it all at once. I have a bag in my bag and one at work. I don't always carry my agenda in my bag because it is a little heavy, but I do sometimes depending on what I'm doing that week. This one is from Louis Vuitton, and I did talk about it briefly on a vlog, I believe. I got it last year. It was something that I've been wanting to get for the longest time, and I wanted it to be in this pattern. I got it at the store here in Green Hills from a Louis Vuitton store. I searched high and low in the secondhand market, and they were so beat up, and the price that we're asking for was almost as much as getting it from the actual store. It's understandable. You use it almost every day, if not daily, so they're gonna have some wear and tear. But for me, it was more paying as much as new. I like the size. I love how practical it is. I did fill it up with lots of fun things that I got from other store, not the actual Louis Vuitton, and I got everything that has inside from other places like Etsy and Amazon. I do keep both my writing and my planning in my computer and my agenda, but writing it just has a whole different feeling. Just like with my headphones, I always like to carry a book with me if it doesn't fit in my bag. If I'm carrying a crossbody small bag, I like to carry it with me on the side, put it in my car and leave it there, because you never know when you have free time, and sometimes, or a lot of times, I don't feel like being on my phone. The book of this season is by Nicholas Sparks, which is my favorite novelist, and it's called See Me. I not only love the cover over, I think it's beautiful. I had it out and it matches perfectly with the flower that's behind me over there. So interesting. I just love the way he writes, and I love that it's also movies based on the books. Obviously the movies are never anything like reading the book. I am new to reading as an adult, but I'm also very slow reader, so I'm hoping I can finish this before the summer is over, because it is a thick book. Because I want to preserve my books, I started getting into book sleeves so that I can put it in my bag and don't worry about it getting damaged or dirty, especially because I do want to keep this one intact. So I went to Etsy because I like to support small business as much as I can, and it's always a special feeling that you get from getting something from Etsy. This one came on the most beautiful packaging. It came with a thank you note, and I even have a hair tie with it. It gives me more fall season vibe. I love it nonetheless. It has this tie that you can just wrap it around. This is where I keep my book of choice, and it goes in my bag. That way it's protected. That is everything I have on my bag lately. Let me know if anything resonated with you, if there's anything that you carry in your bag that I don't. I always like to hear what you have to say.